The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College has once again been recognized for its commitment to engaged, experiential education by Colleges of Distinction, a one-of-a-kind guide for college-bound students. While higher education has changed over the past 20 years, Colleges of Distinction's selection process has stayed consistent and accepting only those that adhere to the 4 distinctions: engaged students, great teaching, vibrant community, and successful outcomes. Overlaid in the last few years have been a look into high-impact practices. They believe most critical to the student experience were the kinds of engaging experience that are found at Adrian College. To learn more, please visit adrian.edu.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside beautiful Arrington Ice Arena, the site of tonight's ACHA Men's Division II hockey matchup between the Bulldogs of Adrian College and the Redbirds of Illinois State University. Happy you've joined us tonight on Adrian College TV. I'm Calvin Keys here with you to narrate the action. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups for Illinois State. Their forward group will consist of John Panos, Owen Lewis, and Michael Garcia. On the back end, it's Matthew Papa Chrysanthemum, Joseph D'Alessandro, and in between the pipes, Andrew Meyer for the Redbirds. For the Bulldogs, their top line consists of Yuri Supp, Will Nicholson, and Matthias Mock. On defense, Zach Skinner and Joey Finfer, and in net, Danny Fielding. Issue with the clock, so we will delay for a moment. 20 minutes finally up on the board. Puck drop, and we're underway. Bulldogs in the yellow, Illinois State Redbirds, and you guessed it, their signature red uniforms. Bulldogs split last weekend's series 1-1 as it's fed up the middle. Matthias Mock speeding in. Oh, he rang the mask of the goaltender, Andrew Meyer, who's shaken up early. What a ripper from Matthias Mock on the breakaway. Early action right off the bat. Knocks off the mask of the goaltender for the Redbirds, Meyer. Hopefully he's all right. Mock with a golden opportunity, can't bury. Instead sends it right into the face of Meyer. You hope he's all right. What a way to start off the hockey game. Just 21 seconds in here on Adrian College TV. Mock on the breakaway attempt, stoned by Meyer, but looks to be a little bit worse for wear. Something that certainly has the potential to rattle a goaltender early. Redbirds win the draw. Moving it up the boards and flipped off the window. Cannot be controlled by Skinner. Speeding back for it, Joey Finfer. Reverses it onto the near wall for Mock. Backhand saucer over the stick of Nicholson. Knocking it away here and moving in on the forecheck was Finfer, covered up by Meyer again. Bulldogs pouring it on here early, a strong start. It was a mixed bag last weekend for them against Denison University. They played a home and home in the first game in Newark, Ohio. They blew a 2-goal lead late in the third period and lost in OT. And then the second half at home as they score. Dominic Malone all alone in front. He goes top shelf. Bulldogs get things started less than a minute into the hockey game. Dominic Malone doing the honors, 1-0 Bulldogs. Now let's have another look at the instant replay. Quick play off the face-off. Bulldogs knocked it forward. Redbirds trying to clear, they turned it over. A reverse pass between the legs. Puck was sent out front to Malone. I think that was Ryan Hoover with the feed. Dominic Malone continues his strong D2 season as Hoover steps up to make the save. Fielding fought that shot off. Puck skitters loose high in the Adrian zone. It's the goal scorer Malone. Toto following it up. Papa Chrysanthu couldn't play it out. Now Toto backed for Malone, a toe drag move. Couldn't find the backhand finish. Drop back for Cope. That one deflected high and wide away from Andrew Meyer. Held in here by Benda. Puck out front. Hoover knocked over in the aftermath as Meyer covers up. 18:29 left in the first. Dominic Malone has some chances for multiple goals early. Scores the first, a feed from behind the goal coming from Ryan Hoover off the turnover by the Redbird defense. And then Malone with the toe drag move that nearly made it 2-0. Not even 2 minutes into the game. But it stays 1-0. Bulldogs and Redbirds here on Adrian College TV, ACHA Men's Division II Hockey. Turning back is Clark. Feeds it for Carper. Back to get it is Neiman on the far wall. Instead, he'll look backwards for Gilbert. Near boards, Garcia. Carper intervening, whacking it to keep it in is O'Connor. Strong keep by Potts, the points leader for the Bulldogs. Shot deflects wide of the goal. Back here for Carper. Had it knocked away from his stick by Garcia. Pins Carper to the wall. And here's Hunter Neiman. Neiman sashaying in. He's hit hard, plastered into the boards by Anderson. O'Connor. Potts, quick change of direction for the Bulldog blue liner. Feeds it far side for Clark, deflects onwards. No icing on the play as it came off a Redbird stick. Illinois State back to get it in behind. If you're just joining us, Dominic Malone striking early. Matthias Mock had a chance on the breakaway just a few seconds into the hockey game. Wasn't able to score on that opportunity, but the Bulldogs have been pouring it on early. Late 9:45 p.m. start here on Adrian College TV, following up an NCAA women's hockey game. Bulldogs NCAA women's team got the 4-0 win against Augsburg. Is fielding way out of his goal. Trying to set it on net was Billy Carroll. Pass cut off by McGuire. Follow-up is well wide. The captain, Yamarino, will get to it. Looking rink wide here. It's bounced up for Weber, has it stolen. Back out to neutral ice. Skinner has to wait while his teammate Yamarino tags up. McGuire looked to make the one-touch pass up for Weber. Instead, Illinois State will send it in and head off to the bench. Pass angled onward by Yamarino for McGuire to chase. Contesting with Traska down low. Puck comes out for Brandenburg. That's off the skate of Glass. Illinois State will spin it backwards. Stepping up to knock it away is Andre Benda, one of the 3 Czech players on this Adrian squad. Batted in by Cope. Papa Chrysanthu loses it out front. Nicholson, he scores! Will Nicholson. 4 goals last weekend, including a hat trick and a Michigan move last Friday. He continues his dominance. Batted in by Cope. Illinois State went back to get it again. It is a turnover in their own zone, this time by Papa Chrysanthu. And elevating over Meyer is Will Nicholson. 2-0 Bulldogs, exactly 4 minutes into the hockey game. Dream start for Adrian. Nightmare fuel if you're an Illinois State Redbird fan. Nicholson batting it in. Neiman, the Redbird defenseman, can't get it out cleanly again. Just another hitch from the Bulldog defense. One-touch pass, backhand shot coming in from Yuri Sup that Meyer able to hold on to. Wow. Struggles on the breakout early for the Redbirds coming into this game with a 6-4 record. Bulldogs are 8-2. 1 loss against Denison, 1 loss against the University of Michigan. Illinois State will win it back. Hunter Neiman working along the wall. Picked up by Hoover. Saucer from Malone, who got the scoring started. Followed up by Nicholson seconds ago. Here's Dominic Malone. Saucer's one to the far corner. Malone played on the D3 squad here at Adrian last year and has earned promotion up to the D2 team. You can see why. Toto tried the toe drag. Neiman looked to get it out. Malone will spin it back in deep. Gilbert wraps it around the kick plate onto the stick of Lewis. Sends a pass rink wide. It's errant. Andre Benda saucered up the other direction. Stolen by Panos. Panos, skate to stick. Illinois State working in. Their shot deflects out of play off of Cope. Walt Baumstark with a good chance in scoring territory. But nice play by Cope to deflect it out of play. The senior out of White Lake, Michigan, knocks it out. 14:57 left in the first. Illinois State finally able to work it into the O zone. This is one back. Neither defenseman for the Redbirds wants it, so speeding forward is Griffin Clark, who stays with it. Here's Clark moving in. Clark tried to stuff it home. Cleared away by the Redbirds. Carper bumped into. Ferretti, he is rocked. Greg O'Bricky. A forceful collision with Rocco Ferretti that left the latter on his backside. Adrian fired up. Late start, but it's no snooze fest early. Bulldogs up 2-0. Big plays and a big hit right there. Forward sent on goal, or rather wide of it, by O'Bricky, who laid that hard body contact moments ago. Circles around. Papa Chrysanthu. Poking for Rabkin. Sent it rink wide dangerously. Threaded for Carroll, who will play the puck deep. Takes a check from O'Bricky. Fielding out to play it. Finds Clark. Left for O'Bricky again. Chip shot. Chasing after it. D'Alessandro. Bulldogs rip it in. Trying to leave it with the paddle was Meyer. Couldn't quite get there in time. Squirts out to the neutral zone. O'Connor. D-to-D for Potts. Back in the Illinois State end. Carroll caught an edge. Moving in. Here are the Bulldogs. Couldn't control it was O'Connor, but staying with the play well. Cycle for Yamarino. Dom Yamarino loses it. Back up. Long shot from Clark. Bounces in front. Oh, that was just over the goal from Willie McGuire. Into the far corner. Here's Yamarino. Point for Potts. Yamarino. Across. O'Connor winds, fires. Good shot block from Billy Carroll. Absolutely wears it. Back out in the Bulldog end. Passed up for Weber. Angled it in. D'Alessandro battling with Weber. Drops it for Finfer, mishandled. Spinorama for Mock. Meyer will stop it with the paddle for D'Alessandro. Turned over. Nicholson cutting off the pass again. Poor passing early for the Redbirds. Dropped for Finfer. Back for Will Nicholson. Shoots one off the glove of Meyer in front. Still loose. Nicholson around the boards. Sup out for Finfer, trying to weave forwards. Now Skinner, a high shot. Whizzed over the right shoulder of Andrew Meyer. Hard hit laid by Trevor Glass. Still out in the slot. Bulldogs contesting. Redbirds need to get it out, but it's kept in by Skinner. Although the referee rules it's offsides, Bulldogs must tag up. Papa Chrysanthu. Tully batted onwards for Michael Garcia. Rips one over the goal entirely. Out to the neutral zone. Played in by Neiman. Fielding loves to play the puck. Picks out the tape of Mock, who looks for Hoover. Hoover ahead with speed. What a deke that was. Ultimately loses it. One touch deke. NHL 23 style. Dominic Malone loses it. Skitters back to Fielding, but there to pick it up is Cope. Turns away from pressure. Malone has the first goal tonight. Springs it for Toto. Odd man rush developing. Sincere Toto to the backhand. Oh, Hoover. How did he miss the net? Cope spun it around. Toto, another try at it. Meyer seals up the ice. Redbirds send it down. It will be icing. Benda will touch up. Well, a chance to catch our breaths here with 11:21 left in the first period. Goals from Dominic Malone and Will Nicholson, two of the premier goal scorers in ACHA Division II, at least on this Adrian team, as Garcia gave a bit of a shove to Malone there. 9-1 are the shots. Ice has been tilted in the Bulldogs' favor. Illinois State can't get it out. Down low for Hoover. Collects. Surveys. Banked back for Cope. Malone had it knocked away. Good defense by John Panos. Now moving onwards, Garcia couldn't handle it. Benda took it away from him. Knocked onwards. Ryan Hoover. Hoover finds Toto, walks in, shoots. And that is saved by Meyer, as Hoover will ride Trevor Barrett into the goal. Meyer's been busy. 8 saves already on 10 shots. He's had a 3.29 goals against average and a 911 save percentage. He is 3-1-0-1 with one shootout loss. Whistle blows as Carper was cheating in on the draw. One back well. Griffin Clark turned over to Adam Traska. Traska without his stick. Kicks it up soccer style. Deflected and kept in. Pitchforked just out of the Illinois State zone. Rabkin, he'll turn forward. Met by Carper. Fired in. Back for it, O'Connor. Now Potts. Carper out in the neutral zone, and it's turned over. Here's O'Bricky. No room to work. Clark will shoot it back down low for Greg O'Bricky. Defended by Traska. He'll look back for Potts. Over here, walking in. An off-speed shot from Anderson O'Connor that nearly fooled Meyer. Redbirds looking to lob it out. They touch up, and it looks like it could be no. Will it be a penalty? We'll see. Signal for high stick given, and it looks like the culprit will head to the penalty box for the Redbirds. They do not have a number 20 on their roster, but that is the number that went to the box. So a mystery man in the sin bin for the Illinois State Redbirds. Nonetheless, 2-minute power play in the cards for the Adrian Bulldogs. Good win off the faceoff. D'Alessandro tried to lift it out. That went into the rafters, and the draw will stay and Illinois State's end. Another draw coming up. Yuri Supp versus Trevor Barrett on the faceoff. It's been an early goal-scoring party for the Bulldogs. Redbirds clear. Hoover back for it. Carroll at the top of the PK unit for the Redbirds. Hoover moving forward. Deals it lightly for Nicholson. The alternate captain moving by Carroll. Still Nicholson. Sachets backwards. Pass deflected up high. Hoover trying to control. Puck bouncing. Still finds his way out of a sticky situation. Mock, one-touch feed for Hoover. Looks forward, fires. That was going over the goal. But Meyer not taking any chances. 9:21 left in the first period. Well, Illinois State will certainly won't want to stop believing here early in this game. Obviously falling into a 2-goal hole, but still plenty of time to climb out of it. They took the weekend off, did not play any hockey last weekend, haven't played in 2 weeks, albeit the second to last week of October. They swept their interstate rivals, Illinois, 4-2 on the road and 2-1 at home, so that has to be a great feeling. Maybe we're seeing some of that rust here early as the Bulldogs seem to be out hustling the Redbirds. Back out to the point. Sean Potts slid across. That is telegraphed by Oliver Grigg, who clears it down ice. Halfway through the Adrian power play. Not much traction gained for AC here on ACTV. Potts. Ooh, turns on a dime. Fires one. Ooh, that was a heat-seeking missile that is brought down by Meyer. That was going into his right shoulder. Reaches across his body to glove it. 42 seconds left. And the penalty to number 20, who shall remain nameless. 8:40 left in the first. One to the boards by O'Bricky. Potts across. O'Connor, again a save. Meyer, he's been peppered here so far. 14th shot of the night. 12 saves already for the native of Bloomington, Illinois. 2 hometown goaltenders for Illinois State. Andrew Meyer from nearby Bloomington and Michael Lenhart from Normal, Illinois, where the campus is located. There's been nothing normal about the start we've seen in this game. Mock had a breakaway almost instantly, and then 2 goals coming in quick succession for Adrian. Bulldogs showed up on time for this one. Carper slides. Malone walks in, tried to drag it by Papa Chrysanthu. Stayed with it well, but can't clear. Just a few moments left in the power play to number 20. Past Malone, saucered into the slot. O'Connor had a chance at it. Reversed out in front. Silky mitts from Malone. He stays with it. No one backdoor. Illinois State trying to clear. O'Connor back down low on the cycle. O'Bricky tied up with D'Alessandro. Here is Malone looking to work it up the wall. This is saucered across, too far ahead of Billy Carroll. Back for it is O'Connor, D-to-D Potts. Then right back for Anderson O'Connor, who has space up the middle of the ice. 3-on-2 for Adrian if they hurry. O'Connor into the right shoulder and pinned there by Meyer. We were talking about Adrian's games last weekend. Obviously went down to Newark, Ohio on Friday. Up 4-2 late in the third. Big Red tied the contest with 8 seconds left to force OT where they would win the game. Will Nicholson put up a hat trick, which we briefly mentioned. He had a Michigan move as one of those 3 goals. Has a goal already today. And then on Saturday, Bulldogs came out with something to prove and took it 8-4. I had the call for that one. D2 squad looking good as they miss the net. And a swing and a miss for Joseph Plaster. Plaster giving a shove to Grigg. Neiman looking up ice. Only got it as far as Stephen Cope, low shot. Covered without trouble. As Plaster and Gilbert again exchange pleasantries. 6:40 left in the first. Calvin Keys with you on Adrian College TV. Andrew Black our director, and Forrest Vernier, our camera operator. Happy you've joined us in a late start here at the Arrington Ice Arena on the campus of Adrian College. ACHA Men's Division II Stick and Puck. Bulldogs and Redbirds. Illinois State making the 6-hour drive up here to Adrian, Michigan. They'll play again tomorrow as well as this is centered in front. Matthias Mock buries it. 3-0 here in the first for Adrian. What a start this has been. Mock had the breakaway chance early. This time he makes no mistake. Again, the cycle has been incredibly efficient for Adrian. They bang away at it. It's pried loose and a spinning pass from Nicholson. What a feed that was for Matthias Mock. The pride of Prague, Czech Republic, played junior hockey with the Kingsville Kings. And that is a trifecta of goals in this first period for the team in yellow. Redbirds reeling. Benda played it across, turned over. Bulldogs just able to knock it out as Cope got tangled up with Mock, who scored just a few seconds ago. Barrett saucered up the middle, looking for Baumstark. Instead, it's Will Nicholson. Mock sent it goalward, just wide. Cope, the senior defenseman. Pass whizzed by Will Nicholson, junior out of St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Played high school hockey with University Liggett in the Detroit area, one of the top programs in the state, who have turned out yet another fine hockey player in the Bulldogs' alternate captain and center, Will Nicholson, who is on the score sheet already tonight. Icing, so the draws in the Adrian zone. Carroll comes away with it, turned it right over to Cope. Sends the puck for a ride around the half wall. Here's Rabkin. Cope, Nicholson trying to angle it out. Instead, it's kept in. Sent in front of the net, turning, whacking at it, Rabkin. He's knocked over by Benda. Good chance for Illinois State, one of the only opportunities they've had in this first period. Released out for Nicholson. High around the window. Bulldogs get a fire wagon change. Malone reaching out to keep it in. Now it'll come up for Carroll. Toto finds the tape of Finfer. Snaps a pass for Malone. Couldn't handle it. Neiman steals. Hunter Neiman tried to sidestep Ryan Hoover, who pickpocketed the puck. Skinner, hesitation. Fires off the right pad of Meyer. Still, it's Skinner. Sandwich down low, escapes, finds Finfer, fanned on the pass. Malone, rink wide, finds Carper, fought off with the waffle board by Meyer. Bulldogs are swarming with 4.5 left in the first. Meyer takes a bit of a blow from Hoover there. Now Billy Carroll, native of Downers Grove, Illinois, fires a shot that's patted aside by Fielding, who hasn't had a lot to do in the first. Malone, a blind pass that went through the skates of Traska. And Hoover up the near wall. Has it stolen. D'Alessandro. John Panos. Shot was going wide. Fielding gloved it anyway. Bulldogs coached this evening by Brennan Wachter, former goaltender for Lake Superior State and Northern Michigan's ACHA Division II team, so has a lot of experience playing at this level. After graduating from Northern, he took over as head coach of the Wildcats ACHA D2 program and now making his way to Adrian College. Puck bouncing on Panos. Out front, trying to usher it home. Illinois State pushes Fielding into the goal along with the puck, and this will draw a crowd. Players getting into it. Fielding had the bottom of the ice sealed off. He had his pad shoved into the goal. Love to take another look at that one with our ACTV replay. The shot sailed high. Panos found it down low. It was played out front. Banging away at it was Owen Lewis, and as you see, they're spearing the goalie's pads into the goal, which is not something that's allowed. Not allowed to push their equipment into the net. Puck has to go in alone. And here, as a result, we will see Sean Potts and Joseph Plaster go to the box for Adrian. And Michael Garcia going to the sin bin for the Redbirds. So will we see a man advantage here for Illinois State as 2 Bulldogs go to the box and only 1 player from their team? Referee explaining the call. See what comes out of this. 2 minutes on the clock. The only penalty will be assessed against Adrian, so power play upcoming to Illinois State. See if they can generate any sort of offense. It's been a slow start for the team from Normal, Illinois. Griffin Clark lifts it out. Turning forward, Brandenburg. Toto cut it off. Finfer shot forwards. Clark right on the tail of Josh Gilbert. The defenseman makes a smooth move to evade, and now he'll work in, fires a low shot that is wide to Fielding's right. Grigg with it. Met by Skinner. Back up top, quick release there. Brandenburg nearly caught Fielding by surprise. Gilbert banks for Grigg. Grigg up top, turns, fires, falls down in the slot, and ushered wide by the Bulldog defense. Poor no-look pass is played here. That was Brandenburg who coughed it up. Adrian sends it down as a result, halfway through their penalty kill. 2:50 left in the first period. As hounding is Sam Carper. Carper with it. He'll play with it again, down low, turns out front, fires, it's wide. Cope steps up to poke it back forward as he is held onto, throws off the glove here of Billy Carroll. Only has 1 glove, he'll spin back around to pick it up. Special delivery. Lewis slid backwards for Neiman, winding and firing there was John Panos. Fielding got the blocker on it, and it goes out of play. Words being exchanged in the penalty box right below us and the Braceway grandstand. Joseph Plaster still having some choice words for Matthew Garcia as 30 seconds remain on the Bulldog power play. They ice it again. Handled as it went goalward by Meyer. Neiman will skip around Carper. Benda collides with O'Bricky, a hip check. Swooping forwards as Stephen Cope, and he'll be penalized. Bowled over Billy Carroll. Stuck the hip out there. He will be caught for a tripping penalty. So just as the call against Joseph Plaster was about to expire, he'll get some more company in the box. Tripping against Stephen Cope. So 5-on-3 for Illinois State for 13 seconds, and then they will have a 1:47-second 5-on-4 power play to follow up what's already been about 2 minutes of time with an extra skater. Puck finds Lewis. Slides it across the shot. What a save. Fielding staying with it. Nicholson trying to lift it out, but it's gloved down by Neiman. Slides it over for Tully. Connor Tully's shot. Right pad save through traffic by Fielding. And now Carroll will be knocked over by Skinner. Carroll down on the ice in a heap. And it'll be Zach Skinner going to the box. Garcia and Plaster will exit. Skinner protecting his goaltender. And he's given a cross-checking minor. So now 1:39 seconds of 5-on-3. Discipline has been something that's been an issue all season for this Adrian D2 squad. Part of the reason why they ended up falling to Denison in the first half of their series last week. So important that they stay out of the box here, even as the intensity of this game increases. The good news is Nicholson won it, tried to get it out, but it's sealed off by Brandenburg. Slides it low for Rabkin behind the goal. Around the wall for Grigg. Gilbert finding Brandenburg's shot is blocked by Finfer, and coming away with it, Nicholson. On the 5-on-3, he's 1-on-1. Nicholson has it knocked away. And now Brandenburg will recover, but Mock will head onto the ice to replace the tired only forward on the Bulldog 5-on-3 kill, Nicholson. Benda has it. Sends it back to the point. No trouble for Gilbert, who will collect. Finds Grigg, back for Gilbert. Low shot. That may have Been stopped with the stick by one of the Bulldog defensemen. Here's Bendis moving forward with haste. 46 seconds left in the period, 42 left, and the 5-on-3, in which we will see less than a minute-long power play in the aftermath. Bulldogs just trying to get to the intermission right now. They've been down a man for a long time. Right now they're down 2 men, in fact. Neiman sliding and hitting the deck to cut it off was O'Connor. It's banked out by Mock. Kill looking good as Mock collides with Tully as he headed off the ice. Panos. Saucer. Garcia got out of the box. Now he'll head into the slot. That's saved by Fielding, who's been busier ever since the penalty woes have started for Adrian. Slid over. Neiman. Taking his time. Bumped up. Panos off the glove of Fielding. And that will do it for the first period. Stephen Cope has some words to say to John Panos. They'll be separated. Not long into this game, these teams are already becoming all too familiar with each other. The Bulldogs are familiar with finding the back of the net in this first period. Scoring 3 early, going up, courtesy of Will Nicholson. Dominic Malone had the first, followed by Will Nicholson, and then Matthias Mock making it 3 for good measure as they head to the break. Bulldogs up 3-0 here on Adrian College TV, taking on the Illinois State Redbirds and ACHA Men's Division III action. Ryan Hoover nearly took a tumble there. But nonetheless, in about 15 minutes' time, we'll be back for the second period here on Adrian College TV. Stay with us.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
Welcome back to beautiful Arrington Ice Arena. Through a period of play, the Adrian College Bulldogs are leading over the Illinois State Redbirds. 3-0. Shots were very tilted in Adrian's favor. Those 8 shots you see on your screen for Illinois State largely came on the slew of power plays they saw late in the period, on which they were unsuccessful. Still have 19 seconds of power play time remaining as this second period commences. Quick goal scoring summary for you, from that first period. 49 seconds in, it was Dominic Malone scoring, assisted by Sincere Toto and Ryan Hoover. 4 minutes in, it was Will Nicholson scored an unassisted goal. And then at the 13:34 mark, Matthias Mock from Will Nicholson and Yuri Supp, his countryman, made it 3-0 as Illinois State sends it out in front. Sent all the way down. Bulldogs are full strength. Yamarino trying to turn on the Jets. Icing is called, but the Bulldogs were shorthanded, I thought, when they shot it down. Could be wrong. Certainly close. Redbirds really struggled early in that first to break the puck out. They were turning it over in their own slot a couple of times. That's what led to the goals, I believe, from Malone and Nicholson. Since then, they've really found their bearings in this hockey game. Had some good chances on the man advantage. If not for Danny Fielding, it would be a much closer game, you would imagine. It's been a fun one so far if you're an Adrian College Bulldog fan, and if you're an Illinois State fan, still plenty of time left for them to try and close the gap. As McGuire's pass is stolen. Sliding down to the ice is Owen Lewis, but speeding the other direction is Yamarino. He's hit by Trevor Glass. Played down low in the corner. A couple of corrections made during that first period, thanks to our viewers commenting in the chat feature. Figured out that number 61 is Michael Lupo, not Hunter Neiman. This time it's taken forward by Michael Garcia. Wasn't quite able to take the puck with him. Yamarino around. Cope banked behind for Benda. Racing back to try and get it is Glass. He's pressured by McGuire. Glass turns it over to Yamarino. Slides across. Oh, what a chance for Cole Weber. Couldn't direct it where he wanted. Now Cope swooping in. Shot went off the backside of Josh Gilbert. Carroll has his stick lifted. McGuire can't kick it to the blade. Good chance in front. Now kicked into the corner by Carroll. Takes a bit of a knock from behind from Yamarino. Now in open ice. It is John Panos. Sends it deep. Fielding will cover as Gilbert looked like he was tripped up behind the play heading to the bench. Tripped on his own 2 feet as he was heading off for the change and then kind of hit his head on the boards awkwardly. Hope that he is all right. 18 minutes, 9 seconds left in this second period. Early stages, Bulldogs out shooting the Redbirds 20-8, but you get the feeling Illinois State is really settling in. They've had increasingly more success as this game has gone on. D'Alessandro, shot wide. Skinner, up for Mock. D'Alessandro sends it D to D. Played forwards. Carroll, lifted. Fielded by Finfer. Mock leaves it for Yuri Supp. Brother Peter, also a goaltender on the team. He plays it out front between his legs for Nicholson. Back in front. Mock already has 1 goal. Can he find another? Yuri Supp sent it over. Will Nicholson, oh, is he a joy to watch? Those hands. Dominic Malone as well. So silky smooth with it as Nicholson opens up. Right pad save. Andrew Meyer. Matthias Mock. Nicholson. Shot. Didn't even make it through Billy Carroll, who was pressuring at the point. Mock will give it a little bit of a tappy back for Joey Finfer. Finfer around the wall. Papa Chrysanthu sent it only to Toto. Potts tipped in front, a high shot. May have deflected off the stick of Hoover, who got tangled up with the netminder Meyer. Zach Skinner, Sincere Toto has his shot saved. Meyer sprawls out to save it. I gotta say, in my 3 years of commentating sports, I don't think I've quite seen a name like Matthew Papachrysanthou. Wonder if the equipment manager for Illinois State had some trouble finding a nameplate big enough to fit that on the back of the sweater. Quite a mouthful. Nonetheless, a really good blue liner for this Illinois State team, so been saying his name a lot. Hoover slid out front. Dealt aside by Traska and angled onwards. Maybe a break for Colin Young. He'll have to head to the corner as the puck was bouncing on him. Sliding down to cut off the feed was O'Connor. Behind the goal, Potts. Finds Malone, who had the first goal of this game just 49 seconds into the first period. Malone curl and drag. Stealing off the boards is Tully. Connor Tully can't get it by Malone. Still Tully staying with it. Great effort from the Redbird defenseman out of West Chicago. Traska at the point, unloads. That was well wide. Young spun in front with the backhand, a chance. Sailing in from Brandenburg, rebound. Colin Young looks skyward. He thought he had scored. I don't know if Fielding got a piece or if that went off the crossbar, but it stays out. Michael Lupo. Listed as number 32 on the roster, but in fact he's number 61. Yamarino. Rink wide. O'Connor couldn't keep it in. Potts. Crisis averted. That would have been an odd man rush for Illinois State had that puck squeaked through. Behind the goal. Traska unleashes it around the wall. Anderson O'Connor took his sweet time trying to find that puck, so the icing was waived. Here's Willie McGuire. Cut off by Walt Baumstark. Surging forward for it is O'Connor, who clears. Spinning it right back into the Bulldog end is Ferretti. Stretch pass for McGuire. Couldn't handle it. Willie McGuire out front. Gilbert cut it off. Gilbert sends this one high in the air. Handled awkwardly by Benda. Barents wedges it forward for Ferretti. Now Yamarino the other way. Turning backwards. Carper. Oh, he tangled up. Adam Traska couldn't stay on his skates. Now McGuire sent it across. Wow, Carper really had Traska off balance with that move. It was remarkable as the puck heads out of play. 14:08 left in the second. That was, for Anderson O'Connor, that was, or rather Sam Carper, that was a moment where he faked he was going one way, then went the other. Traska unable to track it, and the Franklin Park native ended up on the ice. Redbirds win it back. Shot forward. Out off the stick of Trevor Glass. Cope turns, quick pass forward. Good awareness to pick out O'Bricky. Centered for Clark, it's too far ahead of his stick. It'll be regained for Illinois State by Lewis. This one airmailed out by Gilbert. Lewis back up ahead, but only as far as the outreach stick of O'Bricky, who's knocked over by Panos. Laying the body. Panos, he's rubbed out by Clark. Benda below the goal line. Lost it. Garcia touched for Panos. John Panos' pass was too far behind both Garcia and Gilbert. It'll slide all the way down. Meyer, way out to play it. High feed, pinpoint accuracy for Trevor Lewis, who's brought down by Nicholson. Wow, thought that could have been a penalty. Maybe an odd man rush. Here's Cope. Skates in, driving wide, now sends it goalward. And no trouble for Andrew Meyer. Makes his 20th save of the hockey game. Just about 7 minutes into the second period. 3-0 score. Malone, Nicholson, Mock. The goal scorers for the Dogs. Illinois State looking a lot better here in the second, I have to say. It's been a monumental improvement. Grigg playing in deep. Skinner, he is rocked. Michael Rabkin says hello, and Skinner fires back. Turnabout's fair play, I suppose. Out to neutral ice, D'Alessandro. Papachrysanthou and D'Alessandro What a deep pairing is. There's a penalty coming up. Mock gives a hit to Carroll. I think I may have missed the call. Would love to take another look at that one. Elbowing signal being given. We'll get the call. Yuri Supp for elbowing the call. It must have been a high hit on an Illinois State player. Stuck out the elbow. Another opportunity for Illinois State on the man advantage as Dominic Yamarino and Oliver Grigg, the captains, converse with the ref. And the face-off will be Toto against Tully. Malone, glove down but can't clear it as it's kept in by Connor Tully. Slides it for Panos. Given some trouble, a rough ride by Finfers. This is touched ahead for Toto, maybe a break. Toto is looking back for Malone as losing his edge in the near corner was Glass. Garcia to Glass, now rink wide Panos. John Panos leaves it for Lewis. Lewis isolated at the top of the key. He'll find Glass, turns, shoots, that's high. Garcia digs it free. Here's Tully. Taking some shoves from Finfers, squirts out for Garcia, walks in, fires, they score! Michael Garcia, the pride of Homer Glen, Illinois, gets on the board, breaks the shutout for Danny Fielding. Well, you got the feeling they were going to get one sooner or later. Looked good on the power play in the first period. Finally, in the second, they draw blood. Garcia may have taken some sort of deflection. Lots of moving screens in front of Fielding. And Michael Garcia makes it a 3-1 hockey game. Only a 2-goal difference now. As we return to even strength in the aftermath of the goal. Redbirds win it back. It's played over. Hit hard! Oh my goodness! What a collision. O'Connor, he bowled over Barents. And then the chance. Coming in, I believe that was Ferretti who sent it on goal into the chest of Fielding. Boy, what a heavy hitter Anderson O'Connor is, the freshman out of Calgary, Alberta. Laying the lumber. Puck carried behind the goal. Baumstark. Could not be kept in. O'Connor. Enough time to have a cup of coffee, and he'll slide it up for Ryan Hoover. Hoover driving wide, trying to get the angle on Lupo. Intercepted by Michael Lupo. Ferretti plays it out, maybe a chance. Potts gets there first to negate the 2-on-1. Sent it into the bench with 10:56 left in the second period. It's been interesting with this Bulldogs squad because they've always seemed to have a strong start to the game, but then as they get into it with the other team, they've had some trouble staying out of the box, and they've allowed teams to get involved in games late. So have to continue their strong play. Illinois State looking a lot better, getting better by the minute in this hockey game. Bulldogs can't give them chances on the power play. Unacceptable. Garcia forwards. Angled off by O'Bricky. Benda. Backhand. Carper. Knocked forward out of the air by O'Bricky. Return the other direction. This is Cope finding it. Passes onwards for Carper. Skate to stick. Disjointed play this way and that. Benda. Pitchforks. In deep. Trevor Glass. Long pass. Somehow made it through Stephen Cope. Benda. High feed. Away from Cope. He'll race in. The defenseman. First man in on the forecheck. What a collision. Oh my goodness. And down in a heap is a Redbird player. Hope he's all right as the puck comes across the blue paint. That was a nasty coming together down low. Trevor Glass was down for the count for a moment. Now he's up on his feet. Take a look at the replay. The law of physics apply here with this heavy collision. The defenseman Cope speeding in, and then just a huge collision. No ill will, I don't think, from Cope there as he bumped into Trevor Glass, but two players moving quickly. Glass got the worst of it, sped into the boards with some velocity, and it's good to see him back on the bench. Wasn't able to see if he stayed on the bench or went down the tunnel, but certainly hope Glass is all right. 10:05 left in the second, 3-1 Bulldogs. Illinois State has the only goal in this second period, courtesy of Michael Garcia on the power play. Here's Rabkin. Billy Carroll. Waffle boarded away by Fielding. Up ahead, in front of Cole Weber. Point shot coming in from D'Alessandro. Weber plays it up to his own stick. Plaster trying to find it. Kept in here. Finfer walking in, shooting. That is gloved down, but not held onto by Meyer. McGuire the follow-up. And Andrew Meyer, who has been an incredibly busy man, 22 saves on 25 shots. 9:33 left in the second period. Redbirds coached this evening by Michael Hernbrot. Guiding the squad. Special teams has looked good. Illinois State, their campus in Normal, Illinois, is located 330 miles southwest of Adrian, Michigan. Quite the trip up here. They will play again tomorrow. I believe the puck drop for that one is at 7 p.m. right back here on Adrian College TV. Full weekend of hockey. We'll have Adrian's women's D1 team playing at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Women's NCAA D3 playing at 3 p.m. and then men's D2 at 7. I'll be on the call for the the latter two of those three games. Skinner battling for it. Wow. Gave a shove to Young. Young sent it back out front. Lost in the skates of Finfer dangerously. Fielding will smother it. Wow. It's just been night and day for this Redbird squad. So much better. Fans getting into it here in a late game at the Arrington Ice Arena. I know our director, Andrew Black, a lot of his friends from his fraternity are here in the crowd, and they're getting into it, enjoying themselves here. Great to see the crowd and the support for this Bulldog squad. Nicholson lifts it out. Again, just want to shout out our great crew, Andrew Black, of course, who we just mentioned, our director. Forrest Vernier running the camera, taking some time late on their Friday night to take in some ACHA Men's Division II hockey and provide it to you folks at home. Mock touching it back for Nicholson. He walks in, fought off Myers, still loose in front. Now he'll cover as Mock crashes the crease. Andrew Meyer, a couple of nice saves, perhaps. I mean, it was a bit of an initial blunder, not being able to hold on to it, but the big netminder is able to seal off the bottom of the ice with his left and right pad. A few fans we've seen make the trip up from Normal, Illinois, getting some good support for the Redbirds. Mock had in front. That is roofed over all the way over the glass and out with 8:35 left. Ref will head to the penalty box to grab a new puck, and we'll continue in a few moments. Interesting to note that 24 of the 25 players on the Redbird roster are from the state of Illinois. Walt Baumstark, the only exception. He's from St. Louis, Missouri. Knocked forward by Illinois State. Kept in well here by O'Connor. Behind the goal, Anderson O'Connor. Initially stolen by Glass. Here's O'Connor again, trying to leave it for Nicholson. Instead found the twig of Barrett, the defenseman, but still Adrian keeping it in. This line of Nicholson, Mock, and O'Connor has looked so very good in this game. Baumstark finally works it out. Rocco for ready. Fielding out to play it. Being swarmed on both sides by Illinois State players. That was batted down by Barrett with a high stick. Fielding was trying to send it around the boards. Barrett knocked it down. It came to his teammate, so the whistle blows. Wow, what a play that would have been. Fielding was way out of his crease. He was swimming out there, so if Illinois State would have been able to send it net front, would have almost been a guaranteed goal, but unfortunately for the Redbirds, it was a high stick against Barrett. 7:56 left in the second here at Arrington Ice Arena. In my opinion, one of the best places to catch a hockey game in the state of Michigan. Ryan Hoover sends a missile over the crossbar. Not the biggest rink in the state of Michigan, but a very intimate feel. Very comfortable. Ryan Hoover looking to put a move on Trevor Glass, who was not fooled. Now Glass, bump forward, 2-on-1 here. Owen Lewis with Michael Garcia. Lewis, drop for Garcia. Oh, that was just wide. Good chance for Illinois State. Hitting the deck is Cope. He's tangled up with the other number 18, Owen Lewis. Cope and Lewis having a wrestling match down low. Cope and Lewis finally separate, but there'll be a penalty upcoming. Benda touches it. We get a whistle. Lewis going to the box. You have to imagine Stephen Cope will head there with him. Wow, that penalty is only going one way against Illinois State. Minor for roughing against Owen Lewis. It looked like both sides were equally guilty, but Stephen Cope will escape without penalty. Fans getting into it here. Look at those dance moves. Puck drop. We continue. Don't want to be distracted by any more dancing fans in the stands. Back to the action. Kind of sets the mood, though, doesn't it? Bulldogs on the power play. And puck came out, then back in. Potts touched it up. They're going to rule it was an intentional offside, so the draw will come all the way back in the Adrian zone with a $1:46 left in their power play. Outshooting Illinois State 26-12. Bulldogs have gotten goals from Dominic Malone, Will Nicholson, and Matthias Mock. Michael Garcia getting on the board for the Redbirds. Only goal of this second period. As a nice play by Oliver Grigg, who won it forward and sent it towards the blue paint. Illinois State looking to kill as much time as possible. Shorthanded at the moment. Sean Potts, 13 points in 10 games as a defenseman for Adrian this year. Pretty impressive. 2 goals, 11 assists. Left it for Carper with some steam. Sam Carper. Looked like it deflected wide, but still Carper has it on his stick. O'Connor. Carper pass was behind Potts. Race for it. Rabkin pressuring O'Connor, who picks out Potts perfectly. A lot of P's in that sentence. Carper. O'Bricky. Back for Carper. Sean Potts. Carper. Taking his time, less than a minute left in the Bulldog power play. Sean Potts walking in, firing, tip, they score! Greg O'Bricky. Take another look. Patience is key. Carper and Potts taking their time, playing it around. Potts gets it from O'Connor, sends it out front, and tipping it downwards. The freshman out of Trenton, Michigan, Greg O'Bricky, the 6-foot forward, gets the redirect and gets the Bulldog lead back up to 3 goals. They're up 4-1. Second period has been tied 1-1. Garcia and O'Bricky. Below the goal, Traska slides it for Barents. Skinner, the keep in. Willie McGuire. Yamarino using that big frame to shield the puck. McGuire doesn't quite have the same advantage as he loses it. Barrett clearing it out. Skinner lost it. Baumstark looking out front. Oh, what an opportunity. Trying to pick out Trevor Barents as the puck will be delivered out of play. 5:27 left in the second period. Bulldogs give the fans here a reason to dance. As Greg O'Bricky gets on the board. Adrian up 4-1. Outshooting Illinois State 27-13. Joey Finfer shoots it around the boards. McGuire 2-on-2. Willie McGuire using his wheels. Backhand across. Oh, wasn't far away from Cole Weber. Garcia might have been hooked there as Finfer steals it. Finfer versus Garcia. Joey Finfer in the middle of a knuckle sandwich between Garcia and Panos. McGuire turning away from pressure. Yamarino. Harper. The captain. He has it. Finfer, the alternate captain. Hoover. Centered for Weber. Pickpocketed by Panos. Glove down by Andre Benda. Young will spin off a check. Panos tried some tomfoolery. Lost it to Hoover. Hoover sends it out front. That's batted away by Gilbert, out of harm's way, but not quite out. Cope collided with Garcia. Toto, slide out front for Cope. Spinorama. Couldn't get a clean shot off. They're swarming right now. Bulldogs are buzzing. Malone. Sincere Toto. Malone couldn't handle the feed. Panos just trying to get it out. Away from the stick of Cope, who couldn't bat it down. Icing is called. Trevor Glass didn't think it was the right decision. Thought Cope got a piece of the puck as it sailed down. Nonetheless, we will stay in the offensive zone. Face-off upcoming. One forward by Hoover, sent it out front. Oh, a swing and a miss for Sincere Toto. Went off his skate as he whiffed on the shot. Malone controls it up top. Look at those hands. Cope out front behind Ryan Hoover, and it's saucered forward. And Colin Young trying to beat Benda. Young, backhand across. Oh, Michael Garcia looking for a second, but no dice. As wasn't able to control the pass and get a shot off. Good chance for the Redbirds on the odd man rush. Hoover skates a stick, driving wide. Oh, baby, oh. Runs into the end boards hard as Meyer made the stop. Whew, Ryan Hoover. Hard blow into the end line. We get a whistle. Chance to catch our breath. Draw coming up. Yuri Sup versus Michael Rabkin. Perhaps some infringement on the laws of the face-off, delaying the proceedings. Rabkin. Papa Chrysanthu. Turned over to Nicholson. Hammering away at it in front. Meyer will pounce on the puck. 2:58 left in the second period. Michael Garcia with the goal here in the second for Illinois State. Leads the team with 10 points in 7 games. Pretty impressive stat line. 3 goals, 7 assists. Well, actually, in fact, he now has 11 points in 8 games and 4 goals, 7 assists. Updated stats there. Papa Chrysanthu. Spins for Carroll. Looking up ahead. Grigg did a flyby. O'Connor for Mock to chase. Glove down. Gets around D'Alessandro. Nicholson. The shot. It's up high on Meyer. Made the save. Yuri Sup couldn't find the rebound. Sean Potts. Hesitation. Wow. Good save by Meyer. Oliver Grigg went sliding right on by. Potts so deceptive at the point. So we get another whistle. .224 left in the second here on Adrian College TV. ACHA Men's Division II Ice Hockey. Rocco Ferretti won the face-off backwards. Illinois State working hard to try and get it out. They finally do. O'Bricky, who had the latest goal in this hockey game for Adrian. Bulldogs' only tally of this second period. Turning forward, snapping a pass is Lupo, but it's cut off attempt from Clark that deflected high. Finfer collects. Whizzes by Barents. Carper. O'Bricky. Skinner down low. Finfer. Skinner again. Tipped. Oh, Meyer was sliding across. The shot went behind him. Now he will cover. Andrew Meyer has had to have been something of a contortionist so far in this game in the way that he's bent this way and that, doing everything possible to keep the puck out of the goal, as he's faced 35 shots and saved 31 of them. $1:42 left in the second frame of the hockey game. Redbirds win the draw, but it is kept in by Skinner. Slid for Colin Young. Young has some speed. Drop pass here for Brandenburg, setting up Gilbert, who had it on a tee. Fielding got a piece. Batted back in by Glass. Behind the goal of the sophomore, Zach Skinner. Saucered perfectly for Clark, who's bowled over by Glass. Here's Tully. Finds Young, pass was behind him. Glass backhands forward. Oh, what a reverse hit laid on Griffin Clark. Right there by Colin Young. As Fielding will scoop it up as we enter the final minute of play. 59 seconds left on the clock. $35-13, the shots in the Bulldogs' favor. Looks good on home ice so far. If you're just joining us, Dominic Malone, Will Nicholson, Matthias Mock, Greg O'Bricky most recently in the second period, the goal scorers for Adrian. And as for the Illinois State Redbirds, Michael Garcia has their only goal. It's coming this second period. Maybe a break here from McGuire. Has a stick lifted by Garcia. Good back check by Michael Garcia. He can do it all. He can score. He can make good defensive plays as well. Leading point getter for Illinois State is Panos, caught in the spin cycle. Fielding way out of his crease to play it. Went for a stroll. Yamarino has his pass knocked down. McGuire loses in his skates. Garcia will turn forwards. Rabkin trying to slide into the slot as he's bumped off the puck. Weber looking rink wide for Yamarino. Yamarino gave him a look like, where was that pass going, buddy? Cope taken down with a stick by Panos. Whoa, that's not tripping. I don't know what is. Yamarino for Willie McGuire. Shot. Right pad save by Andrew Meyer. That will usher us into the second intermission. Same margin in this game, albeit a different score line. Bulldogs led 3-0 after one. They lead 4-1 after two over the Illinois State Redbirds. Still 20 minutes more to play in this game as the goaltenders will give each other fist bumps at the red line. We will head to the second intermission. In 15 minutes' time, we'll have the stunning conclusion of this ACHA Men's Division II ice hockey matchup, Bulldogs and Redbirds. Adrian on top 4-1 as our coverage continues here on Adrian College TV. Please stay with us.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
back and getting set for the final period of hockey. Quick look at our stats after 2 periods as the Bulldogs are up 4-1. Peppering the Illinois State goaltender Andrew Meyer, 36 shots, Illinois State's 14. Redbirds' only goal in that second period came on the power play. Bulldogs also scored on the power play in that second period. Penalty minutes have been prevalent for both teams. As we take a look at our second period goal summary, get the puck drop underway with the third. Clock starts ticking down from 20 minutes. Second period goals came for Illinois State at the 8:20 mark. Michael Garcia, assisted by John Panos on the power play. Then another PPG, this time for the Bulldogs. Greg O'Bricky scores a tip-in off the shot from Sean Potts. Quick interruption, Zach Skinner standing up Trevor Lewis. But as we were saying, O'Bricky at the 13:59 mark, he was assisted by Potts and Anderson O'Connor. Wow. These two teams were bottled up in the dressing room for the second intermission, and they came out with a vengeance. Hits being exchanged both ways. Skitter's out. Nicholson, one hand, plays it by Glass, and back for it now is Josh Gilbert, the big defenseman for the Redbirds. Reaching out to collect the puck is Anderson O'Connor. Interesting to note, on that goal from Greg O'Bricky, O'Connor now has 12 points on the season in 10 games, and Potts has 14 points in 11 games. Potts, the points leader, O'Connor second on the team in points. And both of those, O'Connor's a forward, Potts is a defenseman. The team leaders for Adrian as Potts, speak of the devil, fired a slap shot that was blockered wayward by Meyer. Redbirds work it out. Here's Oliver Griggs, second leading scorer for Illinois State. Sincere Toto. He will slide by Billy Carroll. Bulldogs stay onside. Toto backhand wide. Hoover sucks in the loose puck. Rabkin off the skate of Grigg, who couldn't find it. Still deflects the pass of Hoover. Here is Anderson O'Connor. O'Connor moving forward. Had the apple in the second period. He wants more. What a move. O'Connor trying to elevate up over the big netminder Meyer, who denies him. What an individual effort that was from Anderson O'Connor as it slid in front for Sincere Toto. Is it in? No, it is not. Andrew Meyer makes the stop. 2 minutes, 7 seconds into this third period. Meyer makes a save on O'Connor, who picked up the puck in his own end, slid wide on the far wall, deked in to beat a defender, let the shot go, and Meyer, I think, just got a slightest of touches with the shoulder and then held on to the rebound. Clark trying to send that one out front. O'Bricky had the Bulldogs' only second period goal to re-elevate them up to a 3-goal lead in the hockey game. Colin Young sends it behind. Clark. Benda keeps it in as he's pressured by Brandenburg. Young heads back down low to try and get it. Cope was trying to kick it in, missed it. And here's Brandenburg waiting for help. He will shoot. Left pad save. That went in off the defenseman, Stephen Cope, who was back checking hard into the goal. And just like that, it is 4-2. Illinois State gets a good bounce to go their way, but it started with a nice breakout. Couple of bad bounces for the Bulldogs, really. You see Cope tried to kick it, missed. Brandenburg loved the hesitation here. Low shot, left pad safe fielding. Stephen Cope can't catch a break. Missed it as he tried to keep it inside the blue line with his skate. And then moments later, the puck went off his skate into the goal. So I think if he could have gone back, he would have reversed the occasions in which he was kicking the puck with his skate. When he wanted to, he couldn't. When he didn't want to, he did. Fielding gloves it. Shot sailing in off the stick of Trevor Barron, and just like that, Illinois State has new life. 2-goal game. Still work to do for the Bulldogs. Eerily enough, they were up 4-2 last Friday and ended up losing in OT, so have to maintain this lead. If you're Adrian College and their head coach, Brennan Wachter, in his first season with the program. Knocked downwards by Barrett. O'Bricky sends it up too far ahead of Clark. Glass plays it back in. Carper Kicked forward by Gilbert. Feed was away from his stick. And now for Reddy, he's hit from behind. Much to the enjoyment of the crowd. Barrett knocked away by Finfer. Bulldogs lift it out. Redbirds have Adrian on their heels. It's icing. 16:28 left in the third. Interesting how the momentum shifts in a hockey game can occur, as we see just an inopportune bounce for Stephen Cope, but it did happen as a result of a really nice move by Brandenburg. Hesitation play. Almost a pad pass there off of Fielding's equipment. Ended up in the goal. So I believe Brandenburg will be credited with that one, as he had the last touch by a Redbird player. Lewis turned forward but lost it. Clark up the far wall behind the goal. Griffin Clark slides for Sam Carper. Finds Skinner. Oh, Griffin Clark looking for the rebound on the doorstep. It bounced over his stick. Michael Garcia had the first goal tonight. What a nice feed that is for Owen Lewis, as he is upended by O'Connor. Lewis regains control. Sent it right across the Royal Road. Papa Chrysanthu delivers back where Potts will pick it up. Carper, what a pass that was for McGuire. Reversed it for him. Now Willie McGuire. Pass is cut off. Here's O'Connor dropping it under the skate of Yamarino. And all the way back. Weber, the junior, will go back to get it. Looking for McGuire. Icing is waved. The junior forward out of Brownstown, Michigan, Willie McGuire, couldn't handle the feet. But now he'll pick it up again. Willie McGuire walks in looking for Yamarino. O'Connor. Potts. That is off the stick of Grigg, who's done a good job shot blocking tonight, the captain for Illinois State. Puck is up into the fishing net. Plenty of time left in this game. Maybe a twist in the plot coming up in this one. Bulldogs up 2 goals. Illinois cut the deficit to 2 in that second period, and then the Bulldogs answered. Can they answer again? We'll have to see. Great move by D'Alessandro to get by Yamarino. McGuire will deliver this one back in the Illinois State zone. Carroll. Pass away from Rabkin. Rink wide, Potts. Angled in by Weber. Papa Chrysanthu. Here's Grigg. Snaps it for Carroll, angled onwards. Chasing after it was Rabkin. Falling to the ice was Mock, who popped right back up on his skates. Worked forward by O'Connor. Referee will have to skip over the puck. Biscuit is elevated up in the air. O'Connor, oh, he lost it. Grigg could be in here, but they were offside. Forward turn of events for Illinois State. As soon as Grigg pickpocketed it, Michael Rabkin had not vacated the Adrian zone, so we get a whistle. Grigg may have been in on goal otherwise. 14-13 left in the third. Draw is won back by Tully, but crashing through was Nicholson. Nearly swiped it. Benda. Cope. Good centering feed for Yuri Sup. Brother Peter out of the lineup tonight, one of the backup goaltenders. Connor Tully. Tipped in by Brandenburg. Out of his net, Fielding. Bats for Cope. Mock collects. Drops off for Nicholson, who tried to return it. Wasn't able to. Regained by Benda. Matthias Mock. Tried to sidestep the check of a Redbird player as he fell over. Nicholson given a rough ride down low by Traska. Yuri Sup joining the fray. Illinois State looking to work it free, which they do. Tully slides it over. Redbirds work up ice. Dumped in. Fielding out for it again. Short pass for Andre Benda. Intercepted. Knocked back right into the Adrian zone by Trevor Glass. Rocco for Reddy. Dragged down his bomb start. Illinois State wanted a call there. Dominic Malone up the near boards. Malone, look at the hands, plays it through Glass, stays with it. Good job by Glass to assert his body position. That's what you have to do against a guy as silky as Dominic Malone. Don't give him open space to operate. Hoover trying to cut to the middle. Turned it over momentarily, then won it back, and then delivered a brilliant feed for Cope, who will head up the middle of the ice. He's cut off by Ferretti. Down low, Toto. Ryan Hoover. Illinois State sends it out. This should be icing unless the puck slows down. It will be icing. Zach Skinner nearly got there before it touched the goal line. There is certainly an art as a defenseman to waiting just long enough, slowing up just enough. Don't want to make it appear like you're not trying to get to the puck, but also don't want to get there before it crosses the goal line. Zach Skinner has mastered that craft, and as a result, the Bulldogs will have a face-off upcoming in their O-zone. Greg O'Bricky versus Rocco Ferretti, and the Bulldogs win it. Here's Carper. Official nearly got tripped up. Skinner at the point. Around the kick plate. Gilbert trying to usher it out. Bomb Stark having a whack at it. Comes back for Gilbert, sent it across the slot. Bit of a dangerous decision, and it's dangerous. Getting caught in the trolley tracks when Zach Skinner's around. Snapped the stick of Trevor Barents in half with a hit. That's how hard the collision was. Finfer. Carper tried to saucer rink wide. Instead, it was taken. Garcia couldn't hold on to it. Pass snapped forward by O'Bricky. Finds the defenseman Finfer working into the O-zone. Finfer turns back. Finfer saucered. Fanning on the shot here was Skinner, and a break. Owen Lewis up the near side. Lewis moving in, and he is stiffed by Danny Fielding. But a penalty upcoming against Adrian. So should see a Redbird penalty coming out of this. Let's take another look at the breakaway chance, as it looks like Zach Skinner will head to the sin bin. See what the call is. Well, it was an instance where Zach Skinner was trying to keep the puck in, had it knocked away, and then Owen Lewis showing off the speed, moved cross crease, wasn't a bad attempt. And part of the reason why he may have not been able to score was because of the slash from Zach Skinner, who's in the box now. Redbirds down 2, have a power play here. Monumental chance as it finds Gilbert. Josh Gilbert. Oliver Grigg trying to tee up Brock Brandenburg. Swing and a miss. McGuire can't usher it out. Grigg keeps it in. Potts steals it away from Rabkin, and it got caught up in the gear of Rabkin as Potts tried to clear. Wonder where that one went. Might have fallen out of the glove. 10:37 left in the third period. A minute and 35 seconds more of Illinois State power play time, as they're down 2 goals in this one. Adrian College has played a good hockey game tonight, but they still have a ways to go. We get a stoppage after the face-off. May have been some cheating on the draw. In this third, the only goal we have seen will be credited to Brandenburg that came off the skate of Cope in front, as Fielding gloves the shot from Glass. But it was a feed that was sent by Brandenburg, or a shot rather, that Fielding saved with the left pad, and then Cope, as he was trying to back check and tie up the Illinois State player at the back door, it went off his skate unbeknownst and into the goal. So that's how we've arrived at our current score line. Malone, Nicholson, Mock, and O'Bricky for Adrian. Garcia and Brandenburg for Illinois State. 4-2 the score line. 10:20 the time remaining, and a 3-on-1. Bulldogs on rushing. Will Nicholson, what a stick lift made by there. Connor Tully getting back. Almost a great opportunity, but Bulldogs couldn't move with enough haste. At least not the level that was required. Anderson O'Connor is plastered by Lewis. Less than a minute left in the power play. Panos has an apple tonight. Can he find a Gino? This is lifted out. Cleared well. O'Connor sends it out, a wholesale change for the Bulldog PK unit. Grigg. Up through the middle. Glass. Left for Garcia, bumped into by Clark. Puck will find the stick of Toto perfectly. Being troubled by Grigg. Toto will drive wide and try to milk as much clock as he can. Cuts into the middle. Nearly busted free. Toto will play it in deep. Great job by Sincere Toto on the penalty kill. Freshman out of Saskatchewan. Gilbert plays it across. Colin Young drop pass. Now they will find Rabkin up ahead, who goes offside right as Adrian returned to full strength. So a successful penalty kill for the Bulldogs. Now 8:58 left to go. Again, glad you've joined us here on Adrian College TV. This broadcast being brought to you by Adrian College students. Calvin Keys narrating the action for you. This ACHA Division II men's ice hockey contest. Andrew Black is our director. Forrest Vernier is our cameraman. Chance here for Illinois State. Loose in front. Oh my goodness, that one was sitting on a platter, but Ferretti had his stick tangled up with Finfer. Almost the third goal of the night for Illinois State. Ferretti. Barrett. Around the boards, Rocco Ferretti. He is knocked hard into the boards. Now McGuire trying to wedge it out, but it is kept in by D'Alessandro. Illinois State has it down low. This one played for Ferretti, and hugging the post tight was Fielding. That is his 19th save of the night. Faced 21 shots. On the other hand, Andrew Meyer has made 39 saves on 43 shots. But lately, he hasn't been quite as busy. Illinois State pouring on the pressure. They know they need a goal coming sooner or later, but they need 2 total to tie the game at least. Joseph Plaster, he opens up, gives it right to Michael Garcia. Fielding, stooping low with the blocker, played into the corner where Potts will retrieve. Plaster angled out, picked up at the point, a long shot. That is sealed up, no rebound from Fielding. What is drawing the ire here? Plaster is getting tangled up with Lewis. They'll need to be separated. The initial shot sailed in off the stick of Lupo from the point. What do we get out of this? Slashing against Michael Garcia. That's the very man that the Illinois State does need on the ice, as he's one of their premier offensive talents. But Garcia in the box, and now a 2-minute power play for the Dogs. I didn't see the hack that Garcia gave. Fielding had made the save, and then something happened that drew the ire of the Bulldogs. But they'll go to the power play. Illinois State clears it immediately. Hoover, Finfer. Backhanded for Nicholson, who will move forwards. This puck is tangled up in the neutral zone. Finally, Finfer will get the entry. Yuri Sup lost his stick, picks it back up. Finfer behind the goal of Meyer. Mock. Hoover, shot. Gloved by Meyer. Had a clear sight line on that one. 7:28 left in the third. Again, these teams will face off again tomorrow at 7 p.m. First half of the back-to-back. This was a 9:45 p.m. start in the aftermath of an NCAA women's game right before. Lady Dogs took down Augsburg by a score of 4-0. They'll also play tomorrow at 3 p.m. NCAA Division III women's hockey. I'll have the call for that one as well. If you want to watch some high-quality women's hockey, feel free to tune in at 3 here on Adrian College TV. Hoover biding his time. That deflected awkwardly in front, and covering it with the blocker is Meyer. 1 minute and 9 seconds left in the penalty to Michael Garcia. We talked earlier on in the show about how Illinois State did not play any games last weekend. I wonder if that can be attributed to some of the rust we saw early on, some poor breakout passes that led to a couple of early Adrian goals. You wonder, had that not transpired early on, what the scoreline would be now. Might be a lot closer. Carper down low for O'Bricky, who lost it and then tried to poke it through the pad of Meyer, who was on top of things. 6:55 left in the third. O'Bricky versus Rabkin was the face-off matchup. It comes to Carper. Carper spinning away from some pressure. Malone looking backwards. Finds O'Connor, long shot, friendly fire off the backside of O'Bricky. Net foot presence that paid dividends earlier on. That was in the second period, got a power play marker. One touch passing to release for Carper with 30 seconds left in the power play for Adrian. Malone. O'Connor. They've got Illinois State on the ropes right now. Potts. Carper. O'Connor. Carper. Potts on the left wing across. Down low Malone. Time ticking down on the man advantage. Interesting turn of events as O'Connor lost his footing and fanned on the pass. Carper collects. Maybe one final chance, and that is blocked by Rabkin. Illinois State able to hold down the fort as it sprung loose in a race for it. Garcia could be in all alone. Working in on fielding. Couldn't elevate on the backhand. Came out of the box and nearly got on the score sheet for the second time this evening. Good penalty kill for the Redbirds. Lots of possession time. And now an odd man rush for Adrian. Dominic Malone had the initial shot, then batted it forward and wide. First shot went off the chest of Meyer. Then Malone batted it out of the air with that skilled stick that he has, and that one went wide of the goal frame. McGuire weaving back in. Cope collides with Garcia. Good hustle play by Weber to try and keep it in. Cope collides with Tully. Young, slick move, but it comes right back to Willie McGuire. Cole Weber, junior out of Shelby Township, Michigan. Collides with Young, native of Algonquin, Illinois. Garcia tries to shake loose. Comes up for Connor Tully. Young plays it around. Fielding couldn't stop it with the paddle. Benda racing with Garcia. He gets it out. McGuire again. Bank down low. Toto. Lupo. Barrett. Played in by Ferretti. Baumstark on the forecheck. Toto plays it out. Just a matter of killing time for Adrian and not allowing any more goals in order to seal the victory. Lupo weaving in wide, trying to get around Benda. Hoover steals it. Baumstark racing to keep it in, turns, fires into the near corner. Benda chipped forward. Malone up for Hoover. Whistle was blown. Lupo and Hoover nose to nose. Right in front of the penalty box. They may have a trip there planned for them. Lupo and Hoover separated. Malone putting in a good word in support of his teammate. It was a high stick. Then Hoover touched up. Then Lupo and Hoover got right up in each other's face. No penalties, though. 3:59 left in the third. ACHA Men's Division II Hockey on Adrian College television. The first of two games this weekend between Adrian and Illinois State. Hoover to the boards. Skinner. Comes loose. Grigg sliding it around. Toe drag. Carroll. Couple of whacks at it. Still loose in front. Diving to try and tuck it home was Rabkin. Couldn't do so, though. Malone lifts it out for Toto. Has his stick tied up. Bulldogs tag up. Spinning away from pressure, D'Alessandro. Carroll knocked up for Rabkin. Moves by Finfer. Rabkin again. Oh, what a pair of moves, but couldn't find the finish, and he is leveled in the aftermath by Hoover. Good hands on display for Rabkin as a multi-car pile-up down there. Toto was on top of Carroll. Again, can't be taking a penalty with 3:25 left, and it looks like Dominic Malone took one for Adrian. Roughing against Malone. So with 3:25 left, minor penalty against Malone sets up 2 minutes of time with an extra skater. And Tully will take this draw against Sup. He wins it. Glass to the boards. Lewis back for Glass. Looks across to the goal scorer, Garcia. Ferretti. Garcia sends in front. That was tipped directly in front of fielding by Tully, and Glass keeps it in well. On the near boards, Lewis. Glass winds. Oh, that hit the stick of Panos. Bulldogs try to wrap it around, and Lewis looks skyward as he failed to keep it in. Quick up here for Tully. Garcia carries in, being defended by Potts, slid across behind Panos and back out. $1:10 left in the penalty to Malone. Lewis looking forward, snaps it for Rabkin, plays it with his skate as he just recently headed onto the ice. Trevor Glass, long feed looking for Garcia. Stick was tied up with Potts. Around the window, really fortunate bounce off the top of the dasher on the clearing attempt by O'Connor all the way down. Reaching the 2-minute warning in this hockey game. Carper hesitating, shorthanded. That was miles away from goal. Colin Young turning forward, going down in a heap as Rabkin didn't see what happened. He's slow to get up. Delayed penalty against the Bulldogs, it looks like. As Illinois State goes offside, I think we're going to see a 5-on-3 for 29 seconds. Carper and Rabkin getting into it again. Will we see an Adrian penalty? Take another look at what happened as we try to sort this out. Bulldogs had it in the O-zone. It was Carper. Puck rimmed out. And then away from the puck, Carper delivered a blow to Rabkin. Bit of a gutless play there by Carper. Hopefully Rabkin's all right as that transpired away from the puck. Rabkin wasn't expecting it. Illinois State calls timeout. There's no penalty going to come against Adrian, surprisingly. So it's just 29 seconds left on the man advantage for Illinois State. The faceoff will be in the neutral zone on the near side, and we'll have that after this break. Back at Arrington Ice Arena. On the other side of that, timeout called by Michael Hernbrot, Illinois State head coach. Redbirds have 1 minute and 53 seconds to try and find 2 goals. They're down 4-2. 29 seconds of power play time remaining for the guys in red. Brandenburg batted back for Young. Net empty for the Redbirds as Gilbert opens up. His shot is blocked by Benda. 6 skaters on the ice for Illinois State, but no one in goal for them. 6-on-5. Or 6-on-4 rather at the moment for the next 10 seconds. Cope tried to wire it out. Comes forward for McGuire, who got the puck caught with the official. Now Cope forward, shot, goes wide. Great effort there from Billy Carroll to get back and break up the attempt. Now it is 6-on-5 as it's saucered forward from Rabkin, who took a hard blow earlier. In front, Garcia hit the iron. The outside of the iron, mind you. Nearing the final minute. Cope trying to get it out. Crazy scramble. Yamarino finds it. Looks for the empty net, and he finds it. Dominic Yamarino calls game. That'll just about do it with 1 minute 5 seconds left in the hockey game. Bulldogs go up 3 yet again. In desperation, goalie was pulled for Illinois State, 6-on-5. Bulldogs just doing everything they can to get it out. Yamarino picks it up, plenty of time and space, and he did the rest. Seals the deal, which will be the second consecutive victory for the Adrian College Bulldogs as we enter the final minute. The captain, Yamarino, getting the empty net goal to ice it. Goals in this game for the Bulldogs from Dominic Malone, Will Nicholson, Matthias Mock, as well as Greg O'Bricky, and now Dominic Yamarino. Illinois State got 2 goals coming from Michael Garcia, as well as Brock Brandenburg. A shot that went off the skate of Stephen Cope, but in the end wasn't enough. As the clock ticks down, it's been a heated affair, and I can't wait to call the game tomorrow at 7 p.m. It's going to be a fun one again. Illinois State started off shaky, but put up a good fight here. But again, Adrian just looking really strong. Yamarino lost it in his skates. Final 10 seconds now. As penalty upcoming, it looks like. Slash against Trevor Barrett of Illinois State. He'll go to the box, 9 seconds left. Again, just another reminder, this will do it for our hockey coverage on Adrian College TV, but tomorrow we'll have a full slate. Starts at 11 a.m. Women's ACHA D1 will play versus Davenport. 3 p.m. NCAA Division III women's hockey. Adrian versus Augsburg. And then the nightcap will be the rematch of this matchup. Bulldogs versus Redbirds at 7 p.m. for a puck drop. Meyer will glove it. The clock will run, and the Bulldogs are barking. They take it 5-2 in the first half of a back-to-back weekend series. Strong start for Adrian, led to the win. They get it done. Danny Fielding gets the win in net. And that just about does it for our coverage here on Adrian College TV. 5-2 the final from the Arrington Ice Arena. On behalf of our entire crew, I'm Calvin Keys. Have a great Friday night.
On Tuesday, April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.